Today we are going to be talking about personal virtues. If I had to describe myself using four virtues, I would use for civic virtue, I would use the justice because I strive for fairness, equality, and respect for others and their rights. For the moral virtue, I would describe myself as being compassionate. I show empathy for others. I care about what people think. I worry about people's feelings. For performance virtue, I would say perseverance describes me. I work towards goals using that have complexity, and despite the complexity, I still try to complete the goal. For intellectual virtue, I would say curiosity. I love to learn new things. I think learning new things is important, especially as an educator. So, to discuss how each of these virtues will help me with creating an inclusive classroom, first, the virtues of curiosity, perseverance, compassion, and justice play a pivotal role in education. Curiosity helps to inspire a desire to understand each student's unique background, their culture, and learning style. It pushes educators to explore new teaching methods, incorporate diverse perspectives, and continually seek ways to engage all learners. Perseverance is essential when being an educator. It allows you to overcome the inevitable challenges that are going to arise as an educator. Um, with students and their diverse needs, you're going to have to be able to persevere through that because that's going to be one of the biggest challenges is trying to figure out how to incorporate lessons that are going to support this student, and all of your students. Um, let's see. Compassion. It allows teachers to respond with empathy when there is something that is going on with the student. For instance, if there's an issue at home, as an educator, you need to be able to respond calmly and respectfully to the student so that way the student knows that you care and things like that. Finally, justice. It ensures that fairness and equity are central to classroom practices. It's going to it involves recognizing and addressing systematic barriers, using inclusive materials, and ensuring all students have access and opportunities to support each other. Together, these four virtues guide educators in fostering a classroom culture where diversity is celebrated and every voice is heard. The virtues that I believe are most critical in my role as an educator are compassion, as it allows me to see and respond to the students and meet them at their level and where they are at with academic needs, social emotional learning, anything like that. Using justice, that calls for me to be able to set things aside and serve the students in the way that is best fit for them. Humility, I didn't really touch on this one, but I think this one is important because it's going to remind me I may not have all the answers, and that's okay. But continually listening and learning and growing with the students and my colleagues, that's going to make me a better educator. So, finally, hope. It drives my belief in each student's ability to grow, change, and flourish. Rooted in the Imago Dei, these virtues shape how I'm going to teach, lead, and build relationships, always striving to put the students first. Character formation, to me, means the intentional development of a person's moral, civic, intellectual, and performance virtues that guide their actions, decisions, and relationships. So, character formation is not just about teaching values or isolation. It's about modeling, practicing, embedding, being there for the student, showing up, being in pushing daily life issues into the classroom. So, some students may not know social skills, so it's important to push those into the classroom and allow that to be part of your teaching. So, Berkowitz and Baird 2005 described effective character education as being embedded in school culture and supported through modeling, dialogue, and opportunities for moral action. So, character formation is an ongoing. It's a relational process that shapes not only how students behave, but who they can become as well. So, 2 to 3 strategies that I will use to foster character formation in my classroom is modeling behavior, perfect behavior, not perfect, modeling the expected behavior, and ensuring that all students are treated with respect regardless of their background and what they may be going through and how they complete daily life. Showing patience, owning mistakes. When I make mistakes as an educator, that's important. You are showing the students that it is okay to make mistakes, but you need to own up to it. So, finally, giving students structured opportunities for reflection and service. So, journaling exercises in the classroom that are based on gratitude, civic responsibility, encourage empathy. Strategies can be woven into the curriculum and classroom culture, so it can be done for SEL time, end of day, morning meeting, things like that. So, as Howe and Lissy 2024 emphasized, becoming a culturally responsive educator means developing awareness of students' diverse identities, building inclusive classroom practices, and taking intentional action to affirm all learners. So recognizing each student as an individual instead of as a whole, that is going to be important as an educator. And also, according to Lacona, 1996, character education is most effective when it's woven into fabric of school life. Again, putting these things into the curriculum is going to be important as an educator, because it's not just touching on curriculum, you're touching on all of the aspects that the students are going to need. So specific tools that I'm going to be using is tracking all reflective measures while teaching. So I like to do a journal, I like to do reflection on the way home. Continuing professional development as it is related to effective teaching practices and inclusive education, and participating in community programs that facilitate people coming together to work for these children. Using all of this and putting all this into my classroom is going to make me a better educator when the time comes.